I'm so excited.
My God.
Dietrich, why do you look so scared?
I'm not scared. I don't... Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and bring us in. Welcome to May the Force Live Long and Prosper's holiday episode. I'm Dietrich Stagner.
I'm Cate Page.
And we are joined today by a special guest, author Taylor Vaughan. Taylor, thank you for joining us.
Hi, you're welcome.
Welcome to the pod.
I don't know anything. Is this,
And
can I ask, before we get started, a clarifying question? Is this Star Wars or Star Trek that we're about to talk about?
Oh, this is Star Wars?
Okay.
Because, alright, so normally we watch either Star Trek Deep Space Nine or we watch Star Wars The Clone Wars and we discuss it. But today is Christmas Day. We're releasing this on Christmas. And Cate and I decided that we wanted to do something a little special. When I said I wanted to do something a little special, I thought we could watch some fun holiday-themed episode and have some good times talking about it. When Cate heard let's do something special, she thought that meant let's put Dietrich through a psychological oubliette for 18 consecutive hours, it felt like. Because we are going to be discussing the 1978 Star Wars Holiday Special. And Cate is wearing her likeness. And,
I don't know what that means.
So, and that is actually why we decided. So, Cate and I were discussing this earlier, and the format is always one of us has never watched this before, one of us has watched it multiple times. But with the nature of what this was, we thought that it would be entertaining for us to have a third person who has no clue, has not watched it, and is only going to be experiencing it through my stellar recap of everything that is happening. And Taylor, that's you.
That's me.
You're going to do such a good job.
I'm so honored that you asked me.
Yes.
Don't tell me if you asked anybody before you asked me.
So I want to go ahead before we get into this. Taylor, can you tell us a little bit about your books? Because we have you as a guest, you should talk about them. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I actually didn't prepare for that. I write sci-fi, some fantasy, and some horror. I write in the triangle of those three things.
Some
I
have the Star Wars Holiday Special as all three of those.
All three of those.
So they brought me on here as a specialist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the Project series, which are superhero books. I have Villages, Vestige, and Vexes, which is my bestseller fantasy romance, sort of a romance situation. And then I have a Butcher's and The Monster of Salt Junction, which are very firmly like 1980s horror.
Yeah, we talked about The Monster of Salt Junction a few episodes ago.
I did see that, and it made me feel really good. Thank you for doing that.
Yes. So, Taylor has listened to the podcast before, so she's familiar with the way we approach this. So, as the person who's never seen it before, I will be, of course, recapping this thing. But, Cate, can you please give us a little bit of an introduction as to what this is?
Gladly. Okay. I'm going to set the stage. In 1977, Star Wars came out. A New Hope. Yay. And movies were different back then. They didn't just play in theaters for like 90 days. They played for like months. Mm-hmm. Like half a year. And while Star Wars was in theaters, a lot of variety shows, which were very popular in the 70s, were doing bits. Like they were doing Star Wars bits. And what George Lucas and other people noticed, production companies, was that anytime a variety show did a bit, ticket sales went up. So a couple of things happened. One, George Lucas knew he needed to keep interest until 1980 when Empire Strikes Back was coming out. And Kenner, which was the main toy company of the 70s, wanted to sell some stuff.
Sure.
New product.
They wanted to sell toys. So, thus, the concept of the 1978 Star Wars Holiday Special was born. It was meant to be a variety show. That's what it was always meant to be. And it was based on a storyline that George Lucas had. He'd always wanted to tell a Wookiee-centric story. It was actually, some of this was like some stuff that fell on the cutting room floor for A New Hope. He wanted to do like some stuff on Kashyyyk with the Wookiees.
They told him no?
We're gonna find out maybe why.
So this was this was George Lucas's idea. Everyone needs to know this. This was his idea, okay? He
This was his fault.
Now, but this was originally based on a story that he had, okay? But after he gave like the initial story beats, his involvement was literally like nada. Like he wasn't on set, he wasn't around. Like he gave the original story concept and then like he dipped because he was making Empire at the time. So
All right.
he was busy.
Which then brings us to Star Wars Holiday. Okay, so it's worth noting, I had to watch this on YouTube. Because it's not, this is not a extant thing in the Disney ecosystem.
Did you watch it on YouTube like somebody had uploaded it, or was it like one of those where you can watch a movie on YouTube?
No.
This is the only thing that exists is bootlegs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You cannot buy a copy of this anywhere. It was actually never, it was aired once on ABC. It was never aired again.
It's like Nosferatu.
It was never mentioned again. Like, okay, we're going to talk about why, because this
Is
thing...
this lost media?
No. So one of the things I was reading up a little bit afterwards, I'm like, George Lucas apparently famously said if he could, he would go find every existing copy of this and smash it with a hammer. So that should go ahead and
He hates it.
set the baseline for what we're about to experience.
You know, he's a man. We can maybe set his opinion aside for a moment.
Robot Chicken, like, literally did a bit about it. About, like, George Lucas, like, on a couch at a therapist's office, like a little claymation George Lucas, like, talking about his feelings about the Star Wars Holiday Special. Like,
Oh, boy.
that's how deep in the lexicon it is known that George Lucas hates this. He
Yes.
hates it.
So why don't we talk a little bit about maybe why?
What happens?
Well, we start with of course, the Star Wars logo. Well, kind of. We get the In the Galaxy Far, Far Away in the wrong font. And I am curious if that's because they didn't get the trademark font and they couldn't use it.
They didn't use the trademark font. No.
Yeah. So that was the first sign that something was wrong. We cut to Luke and Chewie in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. A cockpit which, by all appearances, is being held aloft by 6 drunk fourth graders and shaken wildly because the camera work here looks like they're in a theme park ride.
Oh.
And
Like
they are
on
being...
purpose?
I don't know if it was on purpose.
Or
I don't know
are they meant to be moving?
They are meant to be moving.
Okay,
Yes.
so it could be on purpose.
They are fleeing the Star Destroyer, which is incredibly obviously footage that they just basically copied from New Hope.
Right, copy-paste.
It's just, yeah. And Chewie is extremely agitated. He is worried that he is going to be late. I will say, there are several moments where Han and Chewie are actively in lethal danger. Like, they are being fired upon. And at no point does that seem to bother them. Instead, they are worried about Chewie getting home in time for Life Day. All right?
Life Day.
Life
And-
is
And then we...
a made-up Star Wars Christmas holiday.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's their Yule.
Yes, it's their
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. It's... I got the sense that the original idea was it was supposed to be a Christmas parallel, although they abandoned that pretty early on, it felt like. We then get a lovely introduction sequence. It's the most 70s goddamn introduction that you'll ever see. Because what it is it is a circle filter surrounding the face of each of the characters as they turn. And do you know the famous...
The Full House meme.
Yeah, I can't remember the actor. There was some actor who said that every time he opened a door and entered the room, he smiled just in case he died that year and they needed to use it on the in memoriam reel. That is this kind of thing. It's Mark Hamill just going like,
just turning.
like
And
that's
laughing,
all.
chuckling a little bit.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Which, by the way, I want to do a podcast intro sometime where we just edit that whole thing together and just
Just turn and smile.
And then we cut to Kashyyyk, maybe. We're going to come back to that. I know this is on Kashyyyk. They call it something different later, and I got very, very confused. But we're good to Kashyyyk, and we get to see Chewie's family. You remember the family we all know and have heard many, many things about? And I know what you're thinking. Is this maybe like his brother, distant cousin? No, this is his wife, his son, and his father. Yeah. So...
He's married?
So
Yeah.
This is actually, this is why it can't be considered canon, because this is actually very upsetting to learn, right? You meet Chewbacca and you think him and Han Solo are just two rip-roaring bachelors.
Bachelors, yeah.
Just you know.
He abandoned his wife and his children
He is
to go
dead
dick
dad.
around.
He's a total deadbeat dad. He's just showing up for Christmas. We're gonna get to this. He doesn't bring home presents for Christmas. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil that.
It's like it's Jingle All the Way, the one with the Terminator guy.
Yeah, it's very much
Be
that.
ashamed
Yeah.
of yourself.
But we cut to
looks ashamed.
Chewie's family. So, of course, his character's name is Chewbacca. So we've got a sense of what Wookiee names are like, right? So his wife's name is Mala. Okay. A little shorter, but maybe a little more. Cate, would you care to share his father's name with us?
Itchy.
Why? Why is that? Is that a nickname?
No, that's his Christian name. That is, yeah.
Is there like if you hate your child, you name them?
We're also going to talk about the character design for Itchy, because do you know the Meats from Muppets? The ones that just have the mouth that flaps like that?
Yeah.
Now, imagine combining that with the bloated corpse of a 60-year-old drunk that was pulled from the bottom of Lake Michigan, and you got a sense of what Itchy looks like. It is one of the most horrifying characters, covered in clumped, matted, nasty fur. He has a cane. He's not using it. He's clearly scamming for disability, but that's Itchy.
We found the origin of Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's not far off. And then we get his son. And his son, of course, has a proud, rich Wookiee name. Cate, why don't you go ahead and drop this one on us?
Lumpy.
Lumpy.
I like to think that it's short for Lumpaka.
That's what they called me in high school.
No. Oh, God. Well, I wish I could say that this is going to do that moniker proud, but
I don't think it will.
No. So Lumpy has an interesting character design. When you just catch a glimpse of him out of the corner of your eye, peripheral, right? That blurry Sasquatch picture kind of wandering past.
Bigfoot.
He's kind of cute. But there are several moments where he just barrels in on the camera and they get a tight 85 millimeter lock in on his face. And he looks like he's about to burst out of your goddamn chest. He's the most horrifying thing I've ever seen. After this, Taylor, I will send you some images just so you understand what I'm talking about.
I need you to understand what I'm picturing, though.
Okay.
In the 2017 It movie, when we see Pennywise in the sewer and his eyes are going in different directions and he's just staring, that I'm picturing a tight zoom on that.
Imagine that, but on a beaver.
Yeah. That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah. We then spend about the next 11 minutes with this family having conversations. What's going on? And of course, they are speaking Wookiee. So you have to follow along with the subtitles. I'm just kidding. We don't get subtitles. You get 11 minutes of three Wookiees screaming at each other.
What do you mean? So we just 11. Is there anything happening?
Oh, there's stuff happening. Yeah.
You can kind of piece together that Lumpy is upset because he doesn't want to do chores. At one time, he tries to steal cookies from the table. The mom,
he is
tries
Lumpy.
to steal the Wookiee cookies.
Yeah.
Mala is mad. She has him take out the garbage.
I didn't
She
realize
also
they had a
helps him
name.
do the dishes.
Yeah, she does have him take out the garbage, which, by the way, we're going to talk a little bit about the set design in this thing, because it is clearly hand a production assistant $20 and send them to Goodwill. We need to fill this place up, because the garbage can, it's a Rubbermaid garbage can. It's not painted, it's not decorated, it's literally a Rubbermaid garbage can. So, in the only piece of foreshadowing storytelling that occurs in this entire goddamn thing, Lumpy takes the garbage out onto the rail. They're in this big ass tree house.
Yeah.
He takes it and he walks on the railing.
Of course.
He walks on the railing. He's balancing. It's very, very high. You're like, oh no, is this kid going to fall? Because at this point, I still cared. I still had a shred of decency and humanity left in me, and I didn't want this child to fall.
How many minutes of the 11 are we in here?
We're 8 or 9, right?
Okay.
while Lumpy is outside daredeviling on the railing, Mala and Itchy grab Chewie's headshot from when he's auditioning for some soap operas off of a goddamn shelf. It's very weird. It's clearly this, like, picture. And they're looking at it and they're very sad. So clearly, you kind of piece together. They're upset Chewie is not home yet for Life Day. All right?
Okay.
So, there's a couple scenes, like, they're very upset with Lumpy because he doesn't want to do his chores. A couple times, I think she's going to backhand him. Let's see, I'm going through my notes just to, Lumpy seems suicidal. There's a sideways, like, bookshelf speaker sitting on the shelf for no apparent reason, and all this. There's a chair that was clearly taken from an abandoned beauty salon with the hairdryer attachment still on it.
Right,
and I was like, man...
Yeah,
exactly. And I was like, man, I hope that doesn't result in a really upsetting scene later on. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. So, yeah. Lumpy
is that
comes
the
back.
only foreshadowing that occurs?
That's my foreshadowing.
Okay.
So, at this point, you need to understand, here's where my head's at. I'm like, this is really fucking weird. But you know what? It's just, clearly they didn't spend a lot of money on it. It's kind of cheap. Whatever, that's fine. And then Lumpy comes in, and Itchy's like, shut the fuck up, you goddamn kid. I'm so sick of hearing you whine. Go sit in front of this weird Atari table, put in a cartridge, and watch your show. So let's talk about the show.
We watch the show?
Oh, we do. It's because it's a variety
We get to see the show?
We do get to see the show.
This is, you know what? For everything we say about this was very clever. So they had to make it a variety show. And what is a variety show without delightful musical performances?
Okay.
And how else to...
All three of those words were in heavy quotations.
We have to weave them into the storyline. So we have our characters watch them.
Uh-huh. Who's singing?
Well, no, it's not singing. Of course it's not singing.
What are they doing?
Let me try to explain. Imagine, so you know how sometimes you develop diphtheria and get 108-degree fever and go into convulsions and begin wildly hallucinating. And to treat you...
usually like the second Tuesday of the month.
Yeah, and to treat you, your doctor, of course, drips LSD on each of your eyeballs, and you see Cirque du Soleil crawl out of the floor in the most deranged, skin-tight costumes you've ever seen and begin cavorting all over the place on the table in front of you. I need you to understand how much I am not exaggerating. There are 4 of them that have fish fins on their hands and feet and head and are just wobbling back and forth. At one point, Lumpy, who, by the way, Lumpy's loving this shit. Lumpy is damn into this. Several times we get that 85-millimeter barrel, so I had to, like, jump back from my goddamn computer because I thought he was going to crawl out like the Kid in the Ring, which is a funny parallel because he pushes a button and one of these acrobats crawls off the table like the Kid in the goddamn Ring and starts dancing around the living room. By the way, one of the consistent things with all of these interstitial variety shows, everyone else stops whatever the fuck they're doing. Nothing else happens during this. Everything comes to a screeching halt, which isn't so bad here. It's very weird later. He watches a 4.5-minute performance uninterrupted of these lunatic French psychopomps like tumbling around this table, like flexing, thrusting, like all kinds of weird shit. Again, I'm going to be sending you some clips later on, Taylor, because I need you to understand how much I am not exaggerating. Note that Cate is not interrupting me to say, no, Dietrich, it wasn't that bad. You're going over the top. This was the first of, we're going to mark this as the first of Dietrich's notes that say, what the fuck is actually happening?
Okay.
Because this turns in, this turns into a
Soleil performance in miniature form. I don't know.
So post those 4 minutes. We're like 20 minutes into this special.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. And we're just getting started. All right, buckle up.
And Chewie hasn't gotten home yet.
No.
Oh, we're way far. We're way away from Chewie strolling in the door.
I thought that was like going to be the catalyst here with Chewie getting home.
No.
Oh no. No. Okay,
Okay.
you are thinking in a concrete plot format. You need to abandon that. You need to really stick to
let that
hallucinogen fueled fever dream. I feel like the only way to really watch this is absolutely baked out of your gourd.
Oh my
Which, by the
goodness.
way, the visuals really, really anchor that. There's a lot of very psychedelic, like, visuals throughout the whole thing. The other note that I have repeatedly is all... Oh, my God. The mountain of cocaine that went into creating this. The absolute, like, end of Scarface. The writers are just planting their face in an anthill of China White, staying straight up and go, what if Cirque du Soleil danced for the kid? And they're like, yes, put it in the goddamn movie. So anyway, he finishes this performance. Lumpy's happy. He loved that show. So we're going to cut now to Mala, the mom. She's trying to get hold of Chewie on the radio. She goes through some scrambled Skinamax channels a few times trying to find him. Isn't able to find him at all. But finally she gets hold of Luke Skywalker.
Of course.
The Mark Hamill, who all of his energy is, I found out that there's a clause in my contract that means I have to do this.
He didn't want to be there.
He stares with the deadest of eyes at the camera through the entire time. He's with R2-D2. The two of them are apparently like fixing up his vape rig because they got something in the background that every few minutes just starts spewing cotton everywhere. And this is where this is a very strange response because they basically say, hey, or they don't say anything. Again, it's Wookiees. They're just like, ah!
Right.
And he interprets it. He does that terrible TV thing where you're on the phone and you're repeating everything that person says.
Like, oh, yes,
Yeah.
that meeting
He's
on
like,
Monday.
what?
Yes, you're right.
So he hasn't gotten, and he said, well, he left before. And this begins the trend of everyone who finds out that Han and Chewie are missing treats it like they're stuck in traffic on goddamn I-94. They're like, well, you know, it happens. There are Imperial patrols out there. I'm sure they're fine. Then Luke guilts Mala because she's being a downer and drops a version of, you know how much prettier you are when you smile.
It's really
So
he literally like says to the Wookiee.
Luke
like,
Skywalker says that?
yeah, he's like, you know, come on, give us a smile. And then she gives us the most
Did she eat him?
No, this is over comms. They're FaceTiming.
Well, she should have ate him anyway.
There are many moments in this where Mala should have eaten someone.
Oh, yeah. Listen, Mala is the only person in here that I feel is not free from sin. She's done a lot of terrible things in this, but she's the most free from sin, I will say. So, anyway, that's Luke. Congratulations. That's what they did with Mark Hamill. There's one other thing he does, which makes no goddamn sense, but we're going to get to that. Okay. They do zoom in on Nala's face, and, you know, I can sympathize a little bit. They're like, well, these are Wookiees. How do we show that Mala is a woman, right? And they do it two ways. One, her fur looks like a Maybelline commercial. Her fur is all straight and glossy
she has a
and
blowout.
shiny. Yes, and also she's clearly had lip injections because she's got the poutiest goddamn lips when you zoom in, and she's doing the weird half smile in response to fucking incel Luke over here telling her how much prettier she'd be. Yeah, it is. It's spectacular. So, then we cycle through and we find out that for some reason, we don't know why, the Chewbacca family has access to the surveillance camera at some random junk shop somewhere on this planet. And not only is it a surveillance camera, it's like got tracking and panning and all that. And we see, what is his fucking name? I wrote it down. Son.
Surveillance camera.
Son, who runs the trading shop.
Yeah, we meet Son, who is dealing with an Imperial who's come in and is just kind of browsing around and being kind of shitty. Son keeps trying to sell him some absolute fucking rest stop shit. Like, at one point, he's like, here's a mini aquarium. And the Imperial, granted, looks at him like, the fuck do I look like? Yeah, and yeah, he actually says, I hate fish, which is a buck wild thing to say. Finally, Son shows him a groomer where he's really doing the hard, like, infomercial sell on this groomer. He brags that it can actually be charged out of a wall outlet at one point, and the guy just takes it, and he gets all shitty. But while he's doing the sell, he realizes that Mala is radioing in, and so this clever so-and-so, this Jason Bourne, this goddamn James Bond of cryptography, does a carefully coded message to let her know that, yes, Han and Chewie are on the way. And the way he does, he's like, well, you know, on the one, Han, there's Solo coming in. With that level of emphasis. And I'm like, there's a goddamn...
You should be expecting a delivery of that big brown carpet.
Yeah, that's one of the lines.
What do you mean? And and everyone's just like, that's normal for somebody to say that.
Yeah, the guy in the background's like, yeah, sure, why not? The Imperial steals his shit, walks out, we cut away. So Mala is depressed, she couldn't figure out what's going on, so what does she do? Of course, it's time to cook dinner. You gotta cook holiday dinner, right?
It's still Life Day.
It is still Life Day, and it's important. And when it's time to cook dinner, what do you do when it's time to cook dinner? You look up a recipe, you maybe get all your ingredients in order, and then, of course, you log into a TV show that's Harvey Korman and drag presenting a way of how to stew bantha meat.
I wonder if you were going to recognize that it was Harvey Korman.
It took me a moment.
Do we need to teach Taylor who Harvey Korman is?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Harvey Korman was a comedian. He did a lot of variety shows back in the 70s. Most notably, he was a main player on the Carol Burnett show.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is.
I feel really old
You
right now.
you would love the Carol Burnett show, actually, Taylor. Like, you would absolutely dig on that. The Carol Burnett show is what's known as a comedy, which has nothing to do with what we're talking about here today. This is on the opposite side of the spectrum. Anyway, he's in drag as a four-armed alien, which you only discover partway through. And he basically goes through this...
How do you only discover it partway through?
Well, first he's got two arms, and then others just start emerging like a goddamn David Blaine.
We're getting like in this view. Okay.
Yes, yeah. He's very clearly doing a shitty Julia Child knockoff. Like, it is... And this is... I went back and timed it. It's a 6.5-minute cooking show where he just shrieks insanities at the TV, like, stir, whisk, stir, stir, whisk, whisk, stir, stir. So they're playing this goddamn Simon game, like how you have to prepare this meal. Well, meanwhile, Mala is like, by the way, in a bucket, a tin goddamn stamped bucket, is just trying her best to keep up, but Mala is cursed with only two arms, so of course, it's a disaster.
She can't keep up, because she only has two arms.
Yeah.
Some of the best things is I would go back and, like, as Harvey Korman was, like, at the end of his career, people would do interviews with him, and sometimes people would, like, ask him about being the Space Julia Child in the holiday Star Wars special.
Did he like that question?
He legit forgot he did it.
That's because he was absolutely blasted to the gills on LSD. Like, he was floating 8 feet above the ground. He doesn't remember. Like, oh my God. Like, there is no way that a performance like this comes from a sober human being. Like, it can't happen. It is a statistical impossible. Anyway, okay.
So what are we, 40 minutes in at this point? Approaching 40?
No. We're still in the beginning. Calm down, Taylor. We're building an arc. We're not. So at one point he keeps sampling everything that they're putting into the pot. At one point he's like, let's go ahead and sample it, and he scoops it up. And this is when I figured out that the way they did the arm effect is the old trick that you do where someone sticks their arms underneath yours and waves around, because they promptly lift a ladle up to his face and dump broth into his nose because they miss his mouth wildly.
Going.
Listen,
Harvey Korman's a professional.
That's a performer.
The dude, like, he committed. He shouldn't have, but he committed. Let's be fair. So anyway, Mala screws up the meal, and it's ruined. So that's fine.
On Life Day?
Yeah. On Life Day, I know.
A wasted bantha loin.
Imagine you, like, burn the turkey on Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's heartbreaking, right?
Now what?
Yeah. And so then we cut back to Han and Chewie, who are still fighting for their goddamn lives. It's this weird little dogfight sequence.
I forgot what they were doing. What were they doing?
Yeah, they're getting chased by TIE fighters, getting absolutely hammered. By the way, at no point is Han concerned. At one point, he cops a feel on Chewie, where he, like, reaches over and, like, rubs his thigh, saying, it's gonna be fine, we'll be home soon. Don't know what that's about.
Not even your home. It's home with his
Yeah, he's like...
about the person who is probably the least sober on set.
Oh, yeah, listen. And by the way...
a real treat after this, go watch the Conan O'Brien interview where Conan O'Brien asks Harrison Ford if he remembers being on set for the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I have a guess.
No.
Yeah.
It's a real treat.
So we then cut back to Itchy. You remember Itchy?
Itchy, I do.
Yeah, so who is absolutely suffering from sleep apnea. He's slumped out in a chair, snoring so badly, he's absolutely going to be dead.
Rattle
At this point, somebody refers to this planet as Kazook. And that barely registered to me, but I did write it down because apparently the planet's called Kazook. We figured out Itchy's scamming for disability. It's not according to this.
The people who made it just did not give to
They just called it Kazook.
Well, maybe it's
So-
like there's a town in Oklahoma that's spelled Miami, but if you're from Oklahoma, you call it Miami. Maybe it's like that.
Yeah, maybe it's like a local slang. We're in
Yeah.
Kazook. Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's what I think.
Man,
That's my
you are
guess.
giving this thing so much more credit than it deserves.
I'm trying to be helpful.
So there's like a cop knock at the door, so you think it's probably like the Empire or something, but no, it's Song. He's come over and he's brought a bunch of different stuff, including presents for everyone.
Oh.
And now we cut to what might be the most upsetting sequence in the entire thing.
The presents?
So he gives Lumpy what's apparently a goddamn military grade transmission station, because of course you do. Sends Lumpy off
Is that
to
like a cell phone? Like the equivalent of maybe like a phone?
no, more like a cell phone tower. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
you know,
But like,
because what else do you get a kid?
Small enough to put on like a desk.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a suitcase size. All these, two of the presents are suitcase size. And he gives Mala what looks like a suitcase. You find out what that does later. She sets it on the table. He flirts with Mala in a really weird way, which is very, very strange. And then he goes up to Itchy, and he says, I've got something for you. Mm-hmm. It's this little chip. And he said, it's a virtual reality program. And the way he said it was really creepy. And I thought...
I'm so sorry. Can I interrupt? Is he actually saying these things, or is this...
Yes,
so
he's saying this out loud. He's a human. He's a normal human dude.
Okay.
Who's just
Are they just
speaking
still screaming
English.
at each other?
He's just the Wookiees are screaming at him. He's
Okay.
the king's English is just pouring out of his mouth. It's fine.
Okay.
And the creepiest tone, he's like, I brought you something. And I'm like, that's a weird way to say that. man, it almost sounds like he's bringing him porn. And then he takes him over to the chair, and he sits him down, and he's like, and this is, ooh, it's hot. And I'm like, this almost sounds...
What's happening?
And he puts him in the hairdryer chair, and he lowers the hairdryer on top of this gnarled goblin of a Wookiee, and he slides us in. And then we, as the viewers, are brought into this.
I don't want to be.
Here is my note. Here are my notes in order. Did he bring Itchy porn for Christmas? All caps, what the fuck? This actually might be porn. And then the last one is, I didn't need to watch an octogenarian Wookiee edge to a Dynasty cast member wearing tinfoil. Because I don't understand what's so hard to understand about what I just said, Taylor.
I'm really upset. What do you mean?
Diane Carroll, who, by the way, is a goddamn national treasure. She was a Broadway actress. She was on Dynasty. Like, legit quality answer. He, like, his vision blacks out. He's in this weird twinkly space, and she appears wearing fucking spangly tinsel on her head and a skin-tight bodysuit, and literally stares...
Lilac.
Yeah. Locks, like Deadeye locks eyes with him and says, I am your fantasy, and begins writhing around. Now, thankfully, this only lasts for like 15 seconds, and we immediately go, I'm just kidding! It's 5.5 minutes long. And she does a whole performance. Now, to its credit, this is the one performance we do cut away. Because, of course, we have to see Itchy writhing around in the chair and moaning at the top of his lungs.
It's
Oh, with his daughter-in-law like 10 feet away, and his goddamn weird-ass grandson working on a ham radio in his bedroom over there. He's right in the middle of the living room. That's what it was.
And you thought Star Trek was the horniest sci-fi.
But I withdraw that claim. It's the most uncomfortable.
Horrified.
It lasted for 49 minutes. It felt like I was trapped there. I told Cate I slightly regret that I didn't film my face while I was watching this, because I was just like, I could not back far enough away. Finally it ends. We get a quick look at Itchy in his refractory period, so that's all fun. And Mala decides she's going to reach out and touch someone again on her weird little phone and gets hold of Princess Leia and C-3PO. Of course. And this is effectively a complete rehash of the conversation she had with Luke, where Leia doesn't want to be there. She is not interested in this at all, and refers to the fact that Chewie and Han should have been there hours ago. She knows there's Imperials out there as nothing more than a slight inconvenience. She's like, I'm sure it'll be fine, and then basically ends the call. They clearly, how long can we get Carrie Fisher for? Like,
well, I wonder, can you imagine, right? You've done this movie and essentially become like America's sweethearts.
Right.
Yeah.
As Luke and Leia. And some guy high out of his mind comes to you and says you're contractually obligated.
Yeah, you have to do this. We think we'll slot you in.
Rip-off.
Yeah, we'll think you'll slot you in after the Wookie porn scene. Is that good with you? There's also a moment where she is weirdly insensitive. She doesn't speak Wookiee. She doesn't want to wait for 3PO to translate, even though he's easily doing it. She's like, is there a white man there? Can you please put a white man on the phone? So they drag Son back over. Son has a much bigger role in this than he probably should.
They needed a reason to give him lines, apparently.
So Son comes over, and this is the sequence of events. This weird dude she doesn't know shows up, and he goes, hey, I'm Son. I'm a friend of the Alliance. And Leia Organa, general of the Rebel Alliance, former senator, says, yep, sounds good, cool, trust you completely. Anyway, go ahead and tell me everything I need to know. That's the entire...
The guy who brought the porn.
Yeah,
the porn guy.
Yeah, she's like, porn peddler is good with me.
I guess, that's
honestly, I did write, I do have a note that says...
Just hope, okay?
Yeah. I do have a note that says, sure, we'll trust the honky porn peddler. So...
Glad we both thought that.
Yeah. At this point, they have established that there is a military blockade on Kazook. We're going to call it that because that's canon in this episode.
Okay.
Military blockade. Imperial blockade. No way in or out. Well, actually, Han and Chewie get there and they're like, oh, we'll just go to the north side.
No way in or out unless you go to the north side.
Yeah, north side, apparently, it's wide open. So we know they come in. There's another knock at the door. And this time when they open it up, stormtroopers. Uh-oh. The Empire is here.
Damn it.
So we have four.
Damn it.
I know. It's just what you don't want to see. We have 4 Imperials there. We have an officer who is doing way too much during this entire scene. We have 2 stormtroopers who spend their entire time just jamming their guns in everybody's face repeatedly.
Okay,
and then we have one of the weird, like, dome helmeted dudes that has a chin strap that's about 8 degrees too tight. I mean, the whole time he's like, show us where the rebellion is. Like, that's the entire look that he's got. So he says, search this place. One of the stormtroopers then goes over to the shelf, and I'm going to go ahead and recreate exactly how he does the search.
Okay.
For those of you who are not watching,
Who are just listening.
you're just listening, Dietrich slid over to his bookshelf and just
Poked
gently,
about 3 books.
very gently touched 3 books.
Yeah.
And I want to say, I would like to point out, again, not that inaccurate if we're just talking about a man.
I mean, like, the stormtrooper does not give a shit. He's like, do I not get to shoot anyone? I don't care. Like, at one point, there's this very dramatic moment where he finds a hidden cabinet, and he slides it open. The music's like stings, and everybody stops to look, and he opens it up, and there's nothing in there, and he closes it. Don't know what that was about.
Some time.
So, Son convinces Mala to go over and cook some food, because she's the woman. What else is she supposed to be doing? Get your ass in the kitchen. And
that's number 2. She should have just
correct
bitten someone's head. Just
Lip filler and in the kitchen, and that's
And the chin strap boy goes over there, and he's really, really leering at her. And so, of course, Son decides he needs to distract him. And this is where we get to find out what the suitcase is. As you can imagine, by this point, I'm fucking terrified. So, yeah. He opens the suitcase, and he spends like 20 minutes stalling trying to turn it on. Finally, they yell at him, and he turns it on. And of course, I know what you're going to say. Easy to guess. It's a Jefferson Starship music video inside the suitcase.
Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking it was going to be.
Yeah. No, legitimately. It's not even a music. It's literally just Jefferson Starship on a stage with some weird lighting effects playing an entire song while the singer makes eyes at this stormtrooper. It's the full music. It's the full song, including a oddly long guitar. So now, by the way, electric guitars in Jefferson Starship are canon in the Star Wars universe.
Are we watching this as like it's a video and we're watching it, or is the man there inside of the suit? Does he come out of the suitcase?
That's an excellent question. No, it's a miniature one, and the man is watching it from approximately 2 nanometers away. Like he's watching it like a toddler watching television, like
but it's
zero.
It's like a little miniature inside of the suitcase.
Like
correct. Yeah, it's supposed to be a hologram. Yeah.
Okay.
They play the song, and man, this dude is vibing hard. He loves this shit. He is into it. Yeah. He's absolutely done. And when it finishes, what you found out is everyone else in this place froze stock still and did not move at all while this guy was watching this weird hologram music video.
So why did we distract him? Why did we distract him if we weren't going to do anything?
Oh, that's a terrific question, Taylor, and you're not going to get an answer to it because it's time to move on.
No!
My note here, by the way, I just want to read. If I have a stroke and this is the last thing I ever see, I'm haunting Cate forever. Yeah. So
we did it.
We did it. I need everybody listening to know that Cate is currently cradling a small Chewbacca.
And
who's wearing a matching red sweater with her.
Cate has been cackling at me all day, just gleeful at my slow slide into insanity. Because, by the way, Taylor, we're only halfway done.
How many minutes into this thing are we?
Like about 50. Yeah, about 45.
50,
it's an
45,
hour and
50.
a half. Goddamn. Yeah, it's an hour and 43 minutes.
We still don't know. We don't have a plot.
Oh,
other than that Chewie is getting to them, but we're not watching Chewie get to them, so that's not the plot.
Absolutely not. No. So at this point, Lumpy starts getting a little cranky, and one of the stormtroopers tries to backhand him. Itchy gets mad, and one of the stormtroopers throws Itchy aside. Everything's getting tense, and what do you do when things are getting tense? You put the damn kid in front of the TV and make him watch a cartoon. So, yeah.
How old is Lumpy?
Oh, God only knows.
Well, are we talking about a child, a teenager?
I would say
a 24-year-old child.
Well,
I would say he's anywhere from 8 to 12.
Okay.
No, I would say more 7 to 65. Considering later on well, we're gonna get to what he does later on.
Well,
so.
because the guy almost backhanded him. I'm like, how old? If he's 16, okay, well.
That's
a
fine.
Child.
No, you're supposed to be mad.
Backhand your teenagers. Taylor Vaughan doesn't care.
Look, it's a different situation between a 16-year-old and a 6-year-old.
I'm clipping the hell out of that. No, it's fine.
That's immediately going on TikTok with no context.
So he sits down in the middle of the living room and begins watching a cartoon. Now, it's worth noting, This is a cartoon about Star Wars.
This is a very important cartoon.
Okay.
We're now like 3 levels deep. So
Very
we then get to watch this cartoon.
Right,
The
very
entire
meta.
cartoon. Yeah. So this cartoon was made by somebody who had never seen Star Wars at all, who had gotten a 10-second description of each of the characters, and was also, blitz to the gills on
Excellent.
cocaine.
Good.
Yeah. So let me explain the plot of this cartoon. So we find out Han and Chewie are going after a medallion, and this medallion apparently can make you invisible. It's magic. Because, and I know you're really concerned that you realize the medallion is really the focal point of the story. No, it's not. Don't worry about the medallion.
No,
we
it's just,
literally
it's
are not
just
going to
for the
talk about it.
cartoon.
Yeah. And they get hold of Chewie on FaceTime. And Luke gets hold of Chewie on FaceTime. And in the background, Chewie has Han hog-tied upside down from the ceiling and is refusing to respond to any messages. So...
Wait, what did he... What? Why is... Okay.
Listen, you have all the necessary information. So Luke, of course, decides to hop into a Y-Wing. I don't know why, but,
Sure.
into a Y-Wing, and chase after him. The Millennium Falcon then crash lands on a planet that's made of Jell-O. And is promptly assaulted by a dinosaur. Because, of course...
I need to smoke a cigarette.
Oh, listen, we're not... Oh, hold on. The Y-Wing promptly crash lands behind it. It doesn't sink because apparently it's got hot air balloons strapped to its side.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
It doesn't.
Is my connection okay? Am I stuttering?
No, it's fine. Keep talking.
Okay, cool. And then the Y-Wing, of course, gets assaulted by a dinosaur that's just
What do you
waiting.
mean?
It's a dinosaur. Yeah, it's just a dinosaur. It's like a big
This
brontosaurus
is like
looking
the
thing.
magic tree house.
It's a dinosaur.
No, this is like
Made of Jell-O.
the Yellow Submarine cartoon, but even more deranged.
Okay.
And so this dinosaur is eating the X-Wing, or the Y-Wing, like literally
of course.
munching on it.
sure.
Luke shoots it with a gun, doesn't do
Is
anything.
Luke still
but
inside?
Luke's still inside.
Okay.
Yeah. He's ejected the front of it, like he just yeeted the front of the cockpit
Okay,
off
that's
and is
not-
trying to
okay.
motor away. Thing's about to eat him, but don't worry. Somebody's going to come to the rescue. And that someone is Boba Fett. Also riding a dinosaur. Let me go ahead and make that clear.
So, this is.
I don't know why Cate's interjecting. I don't know what you could possibly add to that. Why are you pulling out a piece of paper?
I have some lore. Some lore.
Oh, I thought you were pulling out a poster. I thought you had a poster of Boba Fett on the dinosaur.
Oh my god.
The dream.
Okay, what's the lore?
This was the first official on-screen appearance of one Boba Fett. I need to make that clear. On screen. Because a month earlier, or 2 months earlier in September, at a county fair where they had Star Wars characters in a parade, one of them was in a suit that looked like Boba Fett's suit. And everybody loved him so much they put him in this cartoon. And the dinosaur he's riding is like the first conceptual design of a mythosaur. Those who are down with Mandalorian legend know that mythosaurs are the mystical beasts that the Mandalorians tamed and rode.
But did these look like mythical dinosaurs, or do they just look like dinosaurs?
They look like a dinosaur drawn by a drunk 6-year-old. That's what they look like.
Okay.
So we get to meet Boba Fett, and here's what we know about him. He uses the word friend every other goddamn word. Like, he's very working hard to make sure Luke knows he's a friend. Literally, he's like...
That's what I do when I'm actually friendly.
Yeah, and the diction on it's very strange, because he's like, you can trust me.
Friend.
Every time. Also, he keeps beating the shit out of his animal over and over again for no reason. At one point, he smacks it and he's like, don't feel bad about being cruel to these creatures. And you're like, all right, cool.
I also want
So-
to talk about the design of the helmet with the third eye.
Yeah, weird little third eye in the center. It's very, very weird. So Boba Fett explains, they find the Millennium Falcon, they go on board, and they get there just in time. Remember the medallion? Remember the super important medallion? Yeah, he just threw that in the garbage. Whatever, it's fine, it's done.
It's fine, it's gone.
Yeah, and that's when we find...
over?
No, oh God, no, we're barely into it.
What do you mean?
So this is where we find out that Han has been afflicted by a sleeping disease that the Empire has made to take out its enemies. And
God,
the
let him
only way...
sleep.
Yeah, the only way to save people from the sleeping disease is to hang them upside down by their ankles so the blood rushes to their head.
What do you...
They say this out loud, by the way. They're like, you have to hang them.
How did they discover that this was the cure?
What?
New.
This is obvious. You know, you take Tylenol for a fever, you hang people upside down for sleep disease. Anyway, Luke, of course, immediately, he's down with the disease. He's strung up like a ham next to Han Solo. He's out of the cartoon. All right, that's fine. So now, Chewbacca and his new best friend, Boba, are going to go to some Imperial settlement near here and search down the antidote for this disease. All right, and I know what you're thinking. Oh, is that going to be is it going to be like in a secured bunker and they have to work their way past? Or do they have to find the plants and synthesize? No, it's at it's literally the first shop they go to. It's up in the window. It's like, hey, cure for sleep disease right here.
It's like cough syrup.
Yeah, no, yeah, they just buy it. They just buy it.
Local Walgreens.
And while Chewie is buying it,
Walgreens.
yeah. And while Chewie is buying it, Boba gets on his Cricket mobile wireless that has absolutely no secured comms and calls his best buddy Darth Vader. And when I say best buddy, I need you to understand that is literally how they're portrayed. Darth Vader's like, I trust you more than anyone else. He's like, thanks, man. You and I have so many adventures together. He's like, I'm so glad you're like, it is this very weird energy. And you figure out Boba Fett, it's a trap. Okay? It's completely a trap.
But he said friend so many times.
He said friend so many times. I don't get it. And so now the stress is, how are they going to get out of this trap? How are they going to figure, or what wiles are they going to use? How are they going to, now they get back to the ship. R2-D2 heard the whole thing and just says, hey, that's a trap. Did you expect more? Boba Fett's like, yeah, sorry, and just leaves.
He literally just slowly backs out of the room.
Yeah, he literally like slowly backs out the door. Nobody moves to stop him.
Can I be honest? I may offend some people by this statement, but I don't care. This is how I imagine like a Rick and Morty episode happens.
Oh, it's pretty,
I don't watch Rick and Morty, but this is what I imagine.
As somebody who used to watch Rick and Morty, yes.
It's not far off. So they wake up, they use the medicine on Luke and Han. Then we get to see what Han's face looks like, which...
Oh my God, it's so good.
His chin projects out 9 feet from his nose. Like, it's the most bizarre art style.
The crimson chin.
Yeah, it's...
Someone said, hey, draw Harrison Ford from memory, and this person's never seen a picture of Harrison Ford ever in their whole entire life.
Or an extant human. Like, yeah. And then they do have a lice stinger at the end where they're just all laughing about this fun adventure they had. And the cartoon's over.
What adventure? What adventure?
I told you! Boba Fett smacked a dinosaur and they cured the sleep illness with what they got in the pod. I don't understand what the problem is. Okay. Oh, by the way, now we're back to the actual show.
Right.
We watched that whole thing. Yeah. Now, it is worth noting, this is a cartoon that basically positions the Empire as evil and the Rebellion as good, which Lumpy is watching while Imperial soldiers are searching his house around him. And he realizes this. Oh, no. So he does the Alt-Tab out of it into what he says is a video game. It's just an Excel spreadsheet, basically. It's just numbers.
Do you not sometimes just open Excel spreadsheets for a little bit of fun? For a little bit of de-stressing? Because I do.
That's what Lumpy does. Lumpy loves it. And so the commander orders his troops to go search Lumpy's room, which they do by just absolutely tearing the shit out of this place. They just knock all of his stuff over.
The one guy goes in and stands in there and looks around, and then they go into the kids' room and just rip it apart.
Yeah.
Yes,
no,
exactly.
like the bookshelf, he's just carefully poking things. He goes in, he rips the head off the kid's doll. Like, he's knocking shit around everywhere. And then he comes out, and the Imperial commander looks at Lumpy and goes, go clean up your room. And then, in the weirdest delivery, turns to the mom and, like, winks at her and said, that'll keep him busy for a while. I'm like, are you trying to fuck her? Are you the second human who is coming in here trying to tap this woman's ass?
Just for the record, that is the third moment
Eat him.
when Mala should have eaten that human, because how
Eat
dare
him.
you tear up her baby boy's room?
Yes.
And then give her the weird eyes.
Yeah. So,
She's
Lumpy goes in.
Woman.
Lumpy goes in. He's very, very sad.
Of course
And-
he is. Poor baby.
Yeah.
He tucks his
sorry, I'm-
broken toy bantha into bed.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
This is the dark night of the soul.
Yeah. And so, what does Lumpy do to try to cheer himself up? Of course. What we all do to cheer ourselves up, we attempt to assemble the radio transmitter that our weird neighbor delivered us using the video instruction manual populated by a clearly tripping balls Roger Corman.
Should I know who Roger Corman is?
He's the same Julia Child guy who was in drag
Oh, okay,
earlier.
okay.
He's just not in drag now. And they never explain what the fuck is happening with this guy, because he's made, like, he just starts slowing down and then randomly starts stabbing needles into his face repeatedly while giving directions. Is he?
Maybe.
Then there's no reference. He's no and by the way, another 5-minute video where he's just a rainbow of colors, attach each wire to the corresponding stab. At this, I'm losing my goddamn mind, because these kids trying to build a goddamn
Have
NASA
you-
transmitter.
I don't know if you guys were on the internet at this time. like on this side of the internet, because I would have been like probably like 9 or 10. But there was the guy who was like covered in ice cream, who like scooped ice cream out of his head.
Oh, Taylor, we're not to the most relevant thing in this
And
show
that's
to
what
what
this
you're
is
talking
reminding
about.
me of.
She has no idea.
She has no
Does
idea.
it-
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You just hit
Yeah.
the
What do
nail
you
on
mean?
it.
What do you mean?
So
There's
anyway,
no way that has any other connection other than the one that I just made.
the 6-year-old who just watched a stupid cartoon is now building a military-grade transmitter. It's fine. He's using this weird thing that we spent way too much time watching. But over in the other room, we get a very weird broadcast. It's announced that this is required viewing.
Oh my god, this is
That
so great.
all the Imperials and everyone has to stop what they're doing and watch this. And effectively what it is we're going to show you how shitty life on Tatooine is. So literally the order is, my note is, life on Tatooine, look how fucked this place is.
If like they were like, hey, you want to see how terrible it is to live in New Jersey?
It is that energy. So then, of course, we go to Tatooine. And I know what you're thinking. This is clearly relevant to the plot. It's not, but we're going to be here for 15 minutes, so go ahead and buckle in.
Christ.
Yeah.
Because Tatooine is from the movie, so they have to remind people like, hey, remember the movie that you
Yeah.
actually like?
They could have had like a shout out, and somebody could have just said it.
No, we have to go there.
No, we have to go.
On Tatooine.
Yeah, there's a reason. Because,
Oh,
of
is there?
course, because when we get to this, we go into the cantina. Same
course.
cantina we know. We get to see a lot of the aliens we saw from Star Wars. It's delightful. And who's behind the bar but famous Golden Girl B. Arthur?
Obviously.
Which, by the way, her performance, it's 100% her character in the Golden Girls. There's no
Was Golden
difference in
Girls
her
on
delivery.
was Golden Girls on TV at this time?
That's a great question. I think so.
Okay, I don't know.
I'm
not Googling. No one look.
She's the bartender, of course, right?
Right.
And oh my god, this is so fun. Yeah, oh, by the way, Cate did a reference. We do have the Jizz band working there, because canonically that style of music in Star Wars is called Jizz. So,
Oh, good.
which is the least weird thing that happens in
I
this
know.
entire
That's why I'm
episode.
kind of like,
Yeah.
well,
Would you like to hear something really, really, truly horrifying?
What's that?
what?
The Golden Girls didn't start airing until 1985.
Ooh, okay. That's,
Been like, this might have been just B. B. Arthur's like part of her B-roll. Like
This was her audition
She just
reel.
really needed a job.
she needed a job working actress, and she needed to fill that audition tape with some stuff.
Yeah, like this is so.
Maybe
She's
this
the
is what got
bartender.
her the role.
Yeah, and the guy comes in. This guy comes in who is clutching flowers, and this guy has strong. He's
Forearms?
very, very sure. No, very,
Damn.
very strong. That stripper I talked to last night is in love with me energy. Because she said, have a nice night. Hope to see you soon. Which, of course, this incel son of a bitch thinks means she's in love with me.
him. She
So,
can't get
this
enough
is-
of me.
This is like a legit plot point. Oh, by the way, his mouth is in his head and he keeps pouring drinks in the top of his head, which references
Incredible.
the ice cream man you brought earlier. Yeah.
Ah,
He does have,
I'm so good.
By the way, nothing else about his design is alien. Human face, human mouth. He just takes a drink and he's like,
And it goes into his head.
yeah. So,
But he has a mouth on his face, too.
oh yeah, that's the one he talks with. Yeah, he has the
He
talking
has,
mouth
he
and
has a talking mouth
yeah.
and a drinking mouth.
yeah.
I don't want to know where
And-
the eating mouth is.
You do not. It's ghoulish.
I feel like state knowledge.
Yeah. So we have this weird back and forth where she's trying to explain to him that no, I don't actually want you. She's being way nicer than she actually needs to be. And a broadcast comes on the TV that says, unfortunately, we're establishing a curfew in Tatooine. All businesses have to close, which includes this bar. All right. So she says, all right, everybody, you got to get out. And not a goddamn person is listening to her. She runs around. She's screaming at everyone. She is like grabbing people and yelling into their face. So what is a bartender to do? Break into song. That's what it's going to do. And of course, we just add notes to the weird cantina song from Star Wars and slow it down about 40 beats per minute. And that's the song. And it's so long. It is. It is her walking around and like getting awfully handsy with every weird alien in it. At one point, she slides into a booth and is like rubbing the ears of a weird space rat while she's singing to him about how he's got to go the fuck home. Which, by the way, the song doesn't do a goddamn thing. None of them are leaving. They're just excited that this woman is actually talking
It's singing
to them.
and stroking them.
Yeah, the only woman on Tatooine, apparently, because everyone else in there is just obsessed with her. She goes through, she sings this song. She's clearly heartbroken that all of them actually have to leave her bar until tomorrow, I guess. Like, it is it's so strange. It is also, I will say, the most normal part of this entire goddamn episode.
Oh,
Of
good.
everything. Because
It
B.
doesn't,
Arthur...
it doesn't get better from here.
No, not at all. B. Arthur is legitimately like trying to perform here. Everybody else is just like, I don't fucking know. I just blasted 16 gallons of cocaine up my right nostril. We're just going to roll with this shit. So, whatever. She finishes the song, and we cut back to Kabook, or whatever they called it. Kazook. Yeah. Kazook. Yeah. Yeah. Like, people are sobbing. I've got, she's just closing the bar. Jesus, calm down. It's just her and the incel left in the bar. But finally, we go. And what we find out is happening back on Kazook is that Lumpy is using the military-grade transmitter to send a false signal because the stormtroopers get a signal saying, hey, all of you have to go report to Tatooine. Cate, I have a question about Star Wars geography. Are Tatooine and Kazook, Kashyyyk, whatever the fuck, anywhere close to each other?
Not really.
Well,
Probably
these guys don't know this.
You probably need to do like a jump.
Yeah. So these guys don't care because they all go to Tatooine except
Nothing
for
weird
one.
about that request.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. Except one. One stormtrooper, he says, stay behind and see if Chewie shows up. So the stormtrooper goes into Lumpy's room and catches him sending the fake message. Oh no, what's gonna happen?
Narc.
I know, he's such a narc. Lumpy runs, he goes outside. The stormtrooper follows him out, but oh, Chewie and Han are finally here. Chewie, like, freaks out. He doesn't do anything. He, like, walks slowly around the guy. The guy's pointing a gun at him. Han comes up behind him, knocks the gun out of him, and then straight murders the dude. Like, grabs him and throws him through the rail that little Lumpy was balancing on earlier. Over the top, you hear him scream.
Coherent plot that we've had so far is this
Yeah.
of theme.
Happy Life Day, we murdered a man.
Oh my god, it's Christmas.
Yeah. So they go in, happy reunion. Everyone's really happy. Han apparently knows all these people. He's like, hey, look how much you've grown, blah, 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 blah.
That's his best friend's family, thank you.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about the fact that his best friend and his wife, Cate, I have lived on this earth for 47 years without knowing what Wookie fuck me eyes look like. And you took that from me. And I'm really upset because Chewie and Mala are like getting closer and closer, like absolutely. There is promise in that stare, and there is promise of some weird recreation of the old man's porn video.
Here's the thing. Is if he had gotten there earlier, this wouldn't have been a problem. They could have gotten this out of the way in private.
That's what I'm saying.
Because he was running late, now it's got to be at the dinner table.
What's a Wookiee to do?
What's a Wookiee to do?
Well, clearly there's no privacy whatsoever in this place. So Han leaves.
Lumpy should
Wait,
go
what did we
spend
do
the
with
day
the body
Uncle
of the
Han.
man that he murdered? Or is it just
Stop
lying there?
worrying about things. Oh yeah, Han leaves. By the way, that's it. Han's done. He's like, all right, bye, and deuces out. And then, we get a conflict. Oh,
Another one already?
the Empire comes on the radio, and they're like, we're missing a trooper. We're gonna implement an immediate search.
Is it the dead one?
It's the dead one. Oh no, what's gonna happen? How do you solve this? There is a dead body right next to this house. There is a broken corpse of a trooper right next. I'm just kidding. The white honky dude that gave the old grandpa the porn comes in and was like, no, I saw that guy leave. And the Empire's like, cool, cancel the search.
Yeah. Obviously.
Did they
Yeah.
not? I mean,
No, that's it, Taylor. We're done with that story, Taylor.
okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Just a neat, buttoned-up little ending.
Well,
So now,
okay.
the family has been reunited, and it's time to celebrate Life Day. Yes,
Oh my gosh,
2 minutes.
it's time.
2 minutes after they've murdered a man.
Did Chewie
It's
bring
time to-
presents for his wife and his?
No.
Oh God, no! He's a deadbeat dad. What are you talking about?
He showed up, ate, probably didn't eat their food. They didn't have any food. That didn't go very well.
Yeah, no,
It's
yeah,
something.
Chewbacca is the present, okay?
yeah,
He is
The gift.
yeah.
He is
What's up, baby? And so then we get what the Life Day celebration is. And the Life Day celebration, they've got like a tree and they gather around it and they open presents. They sing a few songs. It's this wonderful pair. I'm just kidding with you. Why would it be that? Instead, they grab 4 snow globes, teleport into space into weird red robes, walk around chanting at the top of their lungs, pass through a goddamn portal, and then at the base of the Tree of Life. What's the Tree of Life? Who gives a shit? Oh, by the way,
Attack on
everybody's there.
Titan.
By the way, everyone's there. Han's there.
And everyone.
Leia's there. Luke's there. Leia's gotta be there because Leia sings.
Uh-huh.
Leia sings.
She sings.
She said,
By the way, everyone's expression in that scene, they had no idea she was gonna do that. Like Luke and Han are like, they're just staring like, what's happening?
Oh,
By the way, I know what you're wondering. Is the song that she sings just weird lyrics bolted onto the Star Wars theme? Of course it is.
oh. It's not. It's not the song from How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
No. It's just
They did
Carrie
not. Frosty
Fisher.
Doris.
they did not sing Welcome Christmas, no.
No. Carrie Fisher belting out a tone deaf version of whatever the fuck this is. And then meanwhile,
Yeah. Carrie Fisher's good at a lot of things.
this is not her strong suit.
I
It's
didn't
got some-
imagine her being much of a singer.
Yeah. It's got some strong, you're a woman, you can sing, right? Energy.
Right.
Like,
And she said,
yeah.
probably not. And they said, we'll do it anyway.
They're like, check your contract and get to piping, lady.
They said Luke Skywalker's not going to sing.
No, absolutely
She
not.
has a great deal of self-awareness. I feel like she was probably like, yeah, no, I cannot sing. And they're gonna like,
Yeah.
you're going to do it anyway. And she's like,
Who else? Not the Wookiees. The Wookiees aren't going to sing.
Yeah. And what is Chewbacca doing while she's singing? Well, he's going into a catatonic state and having a flashback to all of his scenes from Star Wars A New Hope. And literally, like, they keep panning back, and he's just dead-eyed, staring at the camera, unmoving.
Not holding his family.
Like, no, no! What are you talking about, Dan? Like, that's about the... And all I can imagine is everybody else just kind of going, is Chewie okay? What the hell is happening right now?
What's happening to Chewie?
And we get a clip show, and anyway, that's the end.
that's it.
But
Happy Life Day.
Happy Life Day. I think that we have been on a journey, and I would like to. I'm gonna insert a comment here that the one thing that I do know,
Yeah.
AI could never create a masterpiece like that.
No.
AI could never do that, and I think that should be argument enough.
I feel like if an AI model picked this up and tried to ingest it, that might fix the AI. Like, they'd all just blow in. Yeah.
I feel like this is how we take AI down. Is
We
we
just
show
should-
AI the Star Wars holiday special.
Just take this transcript and upload it into KDP. Let
Either
them
that.
answer questions about that.
Is there a novelization of this, Cate?
No.
No?
And just
Weird.
request the script.
Just,
Okay, so this is, surprise to none, not part of Star Wars canon.
what?
I'm shocked.
However, bits and pieces of it have been brought into other things. For example, Disney loves them some Life Day merch.
That's what, when we got to that part, I was like, oh my god, that's actual merch from this. They made,
Yeah.
that's like new merch, like recent new merch.
Yeah, no, like this is like from the park. Like this is sold in the park today. Like this is
That's crazy.
Disney loves them some Life Day merch. So Life Day perseveres. It was actually featured in the Lego Star Wars Christmas special that was released 2-3 years ago. So Life Day considered canon.
Exists.
This special not canon.
Not canon.
Boba Fett, obviously, this was his first appearance on screen. Everybody loved that dinosaur abusing friend.
Why? Why did they love him? Why did they love him?
It was the cool helmet.
Decades later, he's got his own goddamn show on Disney Plus.
Well, hand to God, it was.
Where's the Lumpy show?
Like,
Where's the
Justice for
show?
Justice for Lumpy.
I feel maternal for him.
By the way, can we go ahead and agree on Justice for Lumpy is the name of this episode?
Justice for Lumpy. Hashtag Justice for Lumpy.
Listen, okay, this is now the part of the podcast where Cate generally asks me a question. Cate, go ahead and ask me the question.
did you like it?
No. No.
You know
No,
what,
no.
though? I liked it because it made Dietrich upset. On my screen for an hour and 10 minutes, I got to watch him be upset.
This is why you're here, Taylor.
And that's why
I mean, there's nothing I can say about this that I'm sure hasn't been said a million times before. This should not exist. This makes no goddamn sense. I understand why everyone involved in it is like, I don't know what you're talking about. That never happened.
They almost, you want to know something fun? They almost didn't air it.
so they knew before it aired.
No, they were like, oh my god, it's so bad. But basically, the producers needed to fill the space. They'd spent $1 million on this thing.
I need somebody right now to go and look up, like with inflation, what that is today.
Hang on, let's see.
I need to know how
and
much money they spent
The
on this.
producers were basically like, well, there's lots of bad Christmas specials.
Are there? Not bad. Are there? Name one.
So they just decided to air it.
So on a personal note, this came out 2 weeks after I was born.
Wow.
And,
you entered the world with this special.
By the way, that's a 4,818,000 in today's dollars. And I'm upset that me and this thing made their grand debut on Earth within a month of each other. Holy shit. Listen, here's the thing. We had talked, one of the things we talked about, Star Trek doesn't do Christmas stuff. Like there's
Star Wars
effectively
holidays.
Yeah, Star Trek has never done any holidays, anything like that. So there's not really an equivalent of this. And even if there was, I have no idea what would even come close to what we just witnessed.
This was insanity.
It was absolutely deranged. I'm going to send you a few clips just so you can get a few visual references to understand what we're talking about. But Cate has revealed... So, Cate, can you please confirm or deny that this entire podcast was just a plot to make me watch this?
Perhaps.
She's stroking her Chewie as she says it.
And she's like, look, I'm going to snip this video right here. Cate just evilly staring at me like...
Listen, I love this thing. It's so stupid. It is barely a story.
Is it barely a story? Is it a story at all?
It's barely a story. There's something there.
10 toes down.
But listen, so many things were born of this. Like I said, like November 17th is Life Day, friends. Okay? Put it on your calendars now. Next November 17th. I expect everyone in the group chat to say Happy Life Day to me. Okay? It brought us Boba Fett. Literally, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have both said that they drew inspiration from the character designs in that stupid cartoon. C-3PO, compare the cartoon in this special to his design in Clone Wars. Dave Filoni,
that makes me like
purpose.
Clone Wars less. That contaminates my enjoyment of this show.
No, you should bring it more joy.
No.
Because somebody thought this was so stupidly wonderful that they had to let it inspire something else. That's gorgeous. That's
the closest
man.
The closest comparison I have that I can come up with is the fairly legendary, which I know you've seen, Cate, The Room.
Oh, The Room is so great.
Taylor, have you seen The Room?
I don't think so.
Okay, The Room is the worst TV show or worst film ever made.
It's literally the worst movie ever made.
Yeah. But I think you should wait until the next time we're all together and we can do a viewing at The Room. I think that is something we need. Mostly because I want to see Cassie's reaction to The Room.
Group chat movie night.
Group chat movie
Yeah.
night with The
We
Room.
need to do, you know what we need to do? We need to plan a trip for the group chat that is long enough that each night that we're there, we watch a movie that somebody from the group chat.
Star Wars Holiday Special.
God. This entire friendship was a mistake.
But we don't, nobody else gets to say. One person gets to pick the movie and is entirely responsible.
Oh my God. All right. Well, we're not going to ask which Deep Space Nine characters should appear in this because I think any one of them would have taken one step into that house and put a phaser in their mouth. Like,
Dietrich is making
none of them.
cannon. Cannon out that bitch.
Just in the background, you see O'Brien walk in, look around at the old man in the beauty salon chair and go, nope, blam. That's it. That's the whole thing. So, all right. Well, Hey, Taylor, thank you for joining. You are our first guest, and this is what we brought you on for.
It's really interesting how fake you guys are and how edited these are to make you guys look good and how much editing actually goes into these. Because we said so much out-of-pocket shit that you had to cut out.
Here's the thing. This is our Christmas episode. I don't think I'm going to cut much of anything. I think this is...
No, let them believe.
I'm cutting that. I'm cutting what you just said, Taylor.
I'm waiting for the cut to be.
I get to edit this, so I mean, I can be
cutting. You telling me that you're going to cut it out.
Listen. The only thing I'm going to cut is Taylor's 5-minute rant about how much she hates Dutch people. That's literally the only thing that I'm going to remove. No, Taylor, I've got you. Don't worry about it, Taylor. I've got you covered.
Let's talk about your opinion on orphans, Dietrich. Cut that.
Deleted. Deleted. All right.
I'm never going to be invited back on this show.
Do we have time for some honorable mentions?
You know what? Why not? Yeah, it's Christmas. Let's do some honorable mentions. Why don't you kick us off, Cate? Is it cocaine? Is cocaine your honorable mention? Cate is dying.
Cate can't breathe.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Cate's crying. This is cathartic.
Listen, I know that this episode's dropping on Christmas, but tomorrow is actually my birthday. Tomorrow is actually December 17th. And this holiday special is so stupid. And legit, the fact that I convinced Dietrich to watch it is probably the greatest gift I've ever given us.
Well, happy birthday, Cate.
Happy birthday, Cate.
You put me into a psychotic spiral.
Thank you.
Yeah, this just worked out well for both of you. Cate got to watch me go into an existential descent, and Taylor just got to watch me do that without having to experience the movie.
Yeah, it was great.
Taylor, thank you for coming on. Do you have any honorable mentions?
So let me think. Do I have anything to mention? The Christmas movie, Four Christmases. I recently rewatched that, and it's still hilarious.
Is it still hilarious? That's good to know.
You know what? That's a good honorable mention. Not counting what we just watched. What's everyone's favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas movie. My favorite Christmas movie is Elf.
Elf is a good one.
Most quotable movie on planet Earth.
It's terrific. Yeah.
I love the cotton balls.
I like Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color? It's a perfect way to answer the phone at Christmas time.
Is that how you answer the phone at Christmas time, Cate?
Sometimes at work.
That's how I'm going to start answering the phone at work. They're going to hate me even more now.
Yeah, you're going to be fine.
I hope you find your dad.
Bye.
Dietrich, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
You know, I understand that Chevy Chase is a horrible, horrible human being. My best friend Tony, her favorite Christmas movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. We watch it once a year, and I still maintain, from a comedic perspective, that is one of the funniest damn movies ever made.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Listen, Tony and I, the number of times during the holidays that Tony will walk in and go, "Why is the carpet wet, Todd?"
I don't know, Margot.
Yeah. It is it's hysterical. Every element about it makes me incredibly happy. And fun fact, it's got a cohesive plot with characters that aren't lunatics.
Oh, can I cut in and say my favorite Christmas movie? Because Four Christmas Movies is not my favorite. It Happened on Fifth Avenue is my favorite Christmas movie, and I think more people need to watch it.
I haven't seen that in so long.
I watch it every year. It's not really a Christmas movie, but Christmas occurs in the movie, so I count it as a Christmas movie.
If Christmas occurs in the movie, then it's a Christmas movie. For example, Nosferatu is a Christmas movie. Right. Christmas trees in the background.
It's true.
It's a Christmas movie.
Kate's taking Is Die Hard a Christmas movie to the elite level.
It Happened on Fifth Avenue is the one where you have a rich family who leaves their house in the winter to go to a different house, and a homeless man moves in. Now, while this homeless man has moved in, the daughter of this rich man arrives back at the house. and convinces him that she is also in peril, that this is not her home, that she is like has run away from this awful family situation. He's like, I'll take you in. And then a very handsome man arrives who's being kicked out of the army barracks, who is in a dire situation. He's like, you can also come live here. And she falls in love with this man. And so she goes to her parents and she's like, you guys have to meet him, but they can't know that you own this house because this homeless man is living in your house. And so they have to come and as homeless people and pretend not to know anybody and not to know each other, even though they're divorced. And it's incredible.
It is worth noting all three people on this podcast right now are published authors who have a solid command of story. Anyway, thank you for joining us, Taylor, on our Christmas episode.
Thank you for inviting me. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thank you for coming. Do you think you'll come back after your experience here today?
I would love to come back. I don't know if Dietrich will let me. I might be blacklisted after this. But...
Well,
no,
I think
you are always welcome.
Cate would override me, so yeah. I don't know. We set a high bar, so I don't know what the next thing we'll invite you for is, but
who can say?
We'll have to figure that. Maybe, you know what, Cate? Maybe you and I need to go through and pick some of the weirder episodes of each of our respective shows and reserve that for Taylor coming on. When
Dietrich watches the Taylor Swift concert movie and the whole docuseries.
Okay.
And also, we eventually we're gonna watch Galaxy Quest.
Oh, that would be a good one.
The best Star Trek movie.
Correct.
I want to show you Fanboys.
Okay.
Great Star Wars movie. Great.
Yeah.
Do you know what Fanboys is?
No, I have no. I don't know. I've seen like the core Star Wars movies, and I've seen one single Star Trek movie in my whole life.
I know one.
So great.
I know one special episode that I'd like to do is have Cate watch the very Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks crossover episode, which is an episode that blends an animated Star Trek series with a live-action Star Trek series.
Excellent.
Or actually, no. I know what it is. Taylor, when we do the review of the musical episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, we will have you on for that.
I love a musical episode.
I feel like now Dietrich understands. Star Trek could never do anything that would truly horrify me. And now you know why. I'm
gonna remember you said that.
Clip this for later.
I love the holiday Star Wars special. You cannot confuse or confound me in any way.
I need that on a shirt for Cate.
Yeah.
I love the Star Wars holiday special.
You cannot confuse or confound me.
That's gonna be our first merch for the podcast. So,
the
all right. Well, with that, we'll bring this episode to a close. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season. Cate and I will be back in the new year with our next episode. And with that, I'm Dietrich Stogner.
I'm Cate Page.
And I'm Taylor Vaughan.
And we'll see y'all next time.